Welcome to round 3 of the Lowveld Enduro Club. We found ourselves in the Mpumalanga town of Hazyview for what was going to be a stacked event with over 280 riders setting up pits along the banks of the picturesque Sabi River, well known for sightings of hippo and the occasional crocodile.
I'm not staying down low. I'm pushing past the edge. I see the light ahead.
The track that the riders were up against, courtesy of the Brothertons, had a cocktail of riding terrain, from fast flats, rocky climbs, river crossings, bush tunnels, and due to this year's higher than average rainfall, plenty of muddy sections. The red route for this year's event was a technical 24 kilometers that had an elevation gain of 1,294 meters. The green route was over 26 kilometers with an elevation of 1,120 meters. The pits were alive in the early hours of the morning as the riders and their pit crews found their piece of real estate. After some proper rain, space was somewhat limited, but this didn't stop some of the youngsters honing in their mud skills early on.
Today, racing high school. We're in Hazyview now for the third round of Lowveld Enduro. It's freezing, but I'm sure it'll warm up a bit later and it's going to be a tough race. But bit of tech, well, actually a lot of tech. Heard there's 2 big climbs, so yeah, just wait and see.
I just climbed off the 85, so yeah, we're going to be trying out the Sherco 125, and if it fits, then we're going to go for it.
Last year was gnarly, eh? I just hope this year they're a little bit more lenient on us, I would say. But yeah, can't wait. That's why we're here, you know, wake up early.
Oh, it was my first race, eh?
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't done one yet.
It's been going good. I've been feeling pretty strong for this race. Yeah, I hope it's going to warm up today, but yeah, I'm feeling good.
Seeing I'm not working today, I'm racing. Beautiful day in the Lowveld. Yeah, and I'm gonna maybe ride bits of my track from last year, which is quite lucky for a change, eh?
With race briefing underway, the nerves kicked in and any last-minute race prep had to be completed. Robin Flores, route director of the 2022 Hazyview Enduro, took the riders through the race briefing and some potential risks on the course before setting off the riders.
Feeling good, I'm excited for this race. All the boys are ready and we think it's going to be hard out there, so I think we got some good game on for this one, so I'm excited to see the outcome.
It was go time, and one by one the riders lined up and were set off by first scanning into the updated timing system before leaving the gates. Riders immediately hit some mud and wooden bridges before they could finally open up the throttle and head for the climbs and rocky sections. Hazyview Enduro is usually quite a dusty race with limited visibility for riders chasing. This year, however, the damp soil allowed riders to follow closely and stay in touch with their rivals. Race leader in the Pro Elite class, William Slater from TBR Suspension, went flying out but made an early navigational error that found him back in the pits, allowing rivals Kevin Lee, Jordan Cowley, Armand Fourie and Ryan Palser to get the edge on him in the first lap. But Slater fought back like a man possessed, posting incredible times on his second, third and fourth laps on top of staying clear of penalties. Kevin Lee of Titans put in a solid 4 laps and at just 16 years of age is proving to be a solid contender in the Pro Elite field this year. Jordan Cowley stayed consistent and with only 2 minutes separating his quickest and slowest laps put in a great performance.
I didn't get off to the best start. I ended up doing 2 pink loops. My fault, I didn't check the markers and I wasn't too sure like how the marking works there, but eventually I got on the track and yeah, I'll be honest with you, it's one of the best loops I've really done. It's the gullies at some stages you thought you were at a Zumbi on the coast, then we're on the dry stuff, you thought you were like an Impy. Yeah, it was really good. The marking's good, the timing systems were good, I can't fault the race. Like I said, the beginning was my fault, but yeah, no, it really was awesome, and it was the perfect amount of tech and fast stuff. So yeah, good stuff.
In the Pro B class, Gabriel Detoy put in 3 solid laps but was hit with a 30-minute time penalty. He was not alone, and his closest rivals Xander Goosen and Callum Broski also picked up 30-minute time penalties.
I was not the best. I didn't have the best run. Dislocated my 2 fingers, but pushed through. Had a few mechanical problems, and yeah, I had to push through, pushed hard, and at least we got the win. I'm happy about it.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I started off very bad, doing some bad lap times, but then eventually got my flow because I'm not really an enduro rider, I'm a motocross rider. And then after that, just kept going and did pretty well, I guess. Oh, it was technical, a little bit sketchy with the tree trunk sticking out and that, but otherwise it was a good course and very nice to ride.
In Club Seniors, Matthew Gregory consistently led Jamie Watt through all 3 laps, posting a 3-minute lead on each lap and most importantly, keeping it clean and smooth, just out of reach for Watt. Drama in the high school class was all around. Stuart Billingham with a solid effort before busting a hole into his fuel tank and having to push his bike along the R40 back to the pits for a fast repair. This left Matt Stevens and Ryan Silver in a hard battle where Ryan showed true sportsmanship by helping Matt out of a hole to keep their race together. Ryan's bike unfortunately had seen better days and this left him walking back to the pits. Gates were left open for Jay Bauer and Hanro van der Saar to battle it out for the podium.
It's amazing, to get my first win in high school at Lowveld. It's like a dream come true. It's like my dad said to me this morning, he said, listen Matt, don't stuff it up because I got a good feeling about today. So I went out there feeling good, confidence, and I just rode and I rode hard,
In the pro mini class, we saw some solid times between Miguel Cavina, Damon Garrell and Ruben Flores. Ruben missed out on lap 3 after sitting in second and being pushed down into 4th spot. Stian van der Heever making his way onto the podium, but it was Miguel Cavina with a solid 2nd and 3rd lap who secured the victory over Damon Garrell.
It was really good. I was leading for 2 laps, but unfortunately my clutch burnt on the red, so I had to pull out, but I think I got a 4th, so I'm quite proud of that.
Garrel and Ruben Flores was in front of me, and then the 3rd lap I made a gap here on the red, but it was tough here.
Signature climb Rock and Roll on the green caught a number of riders out who lost momentum, and this proved to be a challenge. A lot of time was lost in the bush swamps, seeing a few bottlenecks form. On the red route, Signature climb Afkak was a gradual boulder field before a hard step up and eventually topping out and heading back onto the fast trails. Towards the end of the day, the future stars of the sport take to the course in the Sprockets class. This was one of the hardest routes these youngsters have had in the Lowveld Enduro Club, but family and friends were always eager to nudge the youngsters on and grow their love for the sport. Here's what the results look like. In the Pro Elite field, William Slater from TBR Suspension took the overall win over Kevin Lee from the Titans, followed by Jordan Cowan in 3rd. In the Pro B, Gabriel de Toy took top spot with Zander Huersen in 2nd and Callum Broski in 3rd. In the Pro Mini class, Miguel Cavina took top honours, followed by Damon Garrell with Stian van der Heever rounding off the podium. High school class saw Matt Stevens taking the win with Joe Bauer in 2nd and Hanro van der Saar in 3rd. Club Seniors had Matthew Gregory up top with Jamie Watt taking the 2nd step and Mark Gallius rounding off the podium. In the Masters, we had Kevin Peters leading Alec Vowles with Thomas Each in 3rd. Wesley Batho took the win in the Silver A with Josh Mayer and Mark van Weymers in 2nd and 3rd. For the boys in the 85cc class, it was David Clark taking the win with Bruno Niebuhr in 2nd and Hannu Stenkamp in 3rd place. A massive thanks to all the riders, volunteers, pit crew, and most importantly sponsors and landowners for making round 3 of the Lowveld Enduro Club in Hazyview a huge success. We look forward to welcoming you all to round 4 of the series on Saturday the 30th of July in Pilgrim's Rest for some of the best riding Mpumalanga has to offer. For more information, visit lowveldenduroClub.co.za. See you all there.